Well, they have had improvements, Leicester, in the past couple of games. From the loss here today, while there won't be severe amount of pressure on Brendan Rodgers, but there might be questions about his future, particularly because in the past week there's been reports coming out linking Brendan Rodgers to the Manchester United job, Dean. But just taking your Leicester City hat off just for a little bit, do you think that Brendan Rodgers is actually a good fit for Manchester United?
Well, I think if they're looking for a manager and a top-class manager, then Brendan Rodgers definitely fits that mould. He's had an exceptional managerial career. He's already managed at the top level at Liverpool, and I think he did a good job. Again, he went to Celtic, improved Celtic, and won trophies. He's come to Leicester, he's improved Leicester, and won the trophy last season in the FA Cup. So he's a winner. Tactically, he's very, very good. I think Tony mentioned, there's forward-thinking manager Brendan Rodgers, attacking-wise plays lovely football, has possession of the ball, creates chances, exciting to watch. But defensively, there's a few frailties. But look, he's been linked with a manager's job at Manchester United because he's doing very, very well at Leicester City. Do I think he'll leave Leicester City? I'm not sure. Do I think Leicester City will allow him to leave? Again, I'm not sure. Do I think Manchester United will go for Brendan Rodgers? I don't think so. I think they'll go for an even bigger name, if I'm honest, if they were to replace Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But Brendan Rodgers has done a fantastic job at Leicester, and I think that will continue in the future.
Yeah, he's done a fantastic job. He's also landed himself in a really good position as well, in the sense that he and Leicester City seem to really, really work very well together with the staff, with the club. I mean, he gets along well with the owners as well. They seem to have a really good relationship in general. But Tony, is there any sort of temptation, anything that might tempt Brendan Rodgers away from Leicester City to maybe consider Manchester United?
Yeah, of course there is. I mean, there's always temptation in football, and as a player or a coach or a manager, you're always looking to improve yourself, always trying to look to better yourself. And listen, Leicester is a fantastic football club, but if you get one of the big guns that come calling for you, he will be severely tempted. There's no doubt about that. You're looking at Manchester United. There's a vacancy at Newcastle who are going to have lots of money. If Pep leaves Man City, you could see Brendan being linked with them as well. There's many good clubs. He's been linked with Arsenal before. He's been linked with Tottenham before. Brendan has done such a good job at Leicester that he's going to get linked with these top jobs. And if Ollie was to leave Manchester United, I'm sure Brendan will be in the frame. Whether Leicester will let him leave the football club is another matter. I'm sure there would be a huge price tag on his head. I'm guessing he's got a 3, 4, 5-year contract worth millions. So you're probably looking at a transfer fee for a manager of probably 10 to 15 million to get him out of Leicester at least. And then you've then got to pay the wages to go with it to take him. But Manchester United can afford that. If that's their choice, I think Brendan will be severely tempted. But having said all that, I know how happy he is. You mentioned it. He's so happy at Leicester. He's got something going at Leicester. They're FA Cup holders. They're in Europe. They're going for a European place again in the Premier League. There's a lot to look forward to for Leicester this season. But I think it will test Leicester's resolve if Manchester United come calling.
Yeah, there's a lot of things looking forward for Leicester. I mean, the expansion for their stadium as well, plus the new training facilities, which was top class. But we have to put it out there. There is no immediate threat to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. At the minute, we believe that he is still being backed by the board at Manchester United. But if he does leave, if Brendan Rodgers does take his place, Tony, is he a better coach than Ole? How can he improve Manchester United? How would he improve Manchester United?
Well, you've got to get them more organised. I mean, Manchester United are the classic case of a wonderful set of individual players who aren't playing as a team at the moment. And to do that, you have to get your team organised. You have to get them sorted. You've got to pick your back four, whatever that might be, back five, whatever Brendan wants to play. And then you then got to sort out the midfield. I think there's a huge question marks about the midfield for Manchester United. And then up front, who do you play up front? Again, there's lots and lots of talented forwards, but I'm not sure one of them is a centre forward. Probably the only centre forward is Cavani. And, can he play every week? Probably no. And if you play Cavani, are you leaving Ronaldo out? So, there's huge sort of conundrums at Manchester United that the new coach would have to solve. Or alternatively, Ollie's got to solve it. And I know I joked about it earlier, but they've got 2 tough games coming up. They've got Tottenham away, and then they've got Manchester City in the Manchester derby. And if they were to not get a decent result at Spurs, in other words, lose at Tottenham, there'll be massive pressure going into that game. And then if you then get walloped by Manchester City, you do fear the writing might be on the wall for Ollie. And if the writing is on the wall, as I said, I would not be surprised if Manchester United come in for Brendan.
Dean?
No, look, I think Brendan Rodgers is a brilliant coach, and what he'll do if he does get the job, he would improve the Man United players individually as well as collectively. I think tactically, look at Manchester United. I think there's some frailties there. There's some confusion. I don't quite think there's an understanding of what Ollie exactly wants, or whether the players are willing to do that. And like Tony's touched on there, it's very, very difficult with the squad of players that Man United have got, because Cristiano Ronaldo will play every game. You can't really drop Cristiano because of who he is and what he means to the football club and what he means to the fans. And I think there's just a lack of balance. I think Tony's touched on it again. The midfield area is a huge problem. That needs to be addressed. But I think what Brendan Rodgers, if he did get the job, if he did get the job at Manchester United, he could get them organised. He could improve them individually on the training ground. And that's really, really important, but it's tough. Brendan Rodgers as a manager, given time, will do a very, very good job. But at the bigger clubs, in the top four, when you're expected to win every week, when you're expected to win competitions, you don't necessarily get time. So I'm not sure it's a right fit for Brendan Rodgers. I'm not sure it's a right fit for Manchester United, but I think he could definitely improve them, yes.
Yeah, I think the other question mark as well is if he'll be able to handle the pressure of a big job like that, Dean, and if he can handle the dressing room as well with those big name players.
Well, I think he can definitely handle the big job. I think he did it at Liverpool. He got them close to winning the title. He really, really did. They played some excellent football. And there's not many bigger clubs than Liverpool. There's not many bigger clubs than Celtic, to be honest. And he achieved lots there with huge expectation. And one thing I know with the Leicester players, they love working with Brendan Rodgers. There's a real respect for him as a person and as a manager. And I'm sure if he did go into a dressing room of big name players, they would respect him because his knowledge of football is very, very good. He's an intelligent man. I believe he speaks fluent Spanish as well. So he can communicate with all different types of players within that group. But he's an excellent coach, and his man management skills, a number of players in the past, I've listened to interviews of Steven Gerrard, Jamie Carragher, the Leicester players. His man management skills are very, very good. And I think that's needed at top clubs, not only on the training ground as a coach. You need to be a person that can work with people and understand people. And I think Brendan Rodgers has got that as well.